Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw, emanating from the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. I hope you're excited. We have got a jam-packed show for you tonight. First up, our first match of the evening is going to be a number one contenders match for the WWE Women's Championship. We have got Bianca Bel-Air facing off against Liv Morgan. Later on in the evening in our main event, we're also going to determine the number one contender for Roman Reigns and his WWE Championship. It will be a triple threat match between Ricochet, King Corbin and Daniel Bryan. I hope you're excited for tonight. My name's Nomad Raven and I am with you the whole way. We've got a jam-packed house here and everyone is incredibly excited. And kicking us off, we have got the former WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was the 9th overall pick in last week's draft and the 3rd overall selection by WWE Raw. Social media has been abuzz since the NWA draft took place last week. The WWE lost a lot of talent in that draft, but they kept some of the biggest pieces to their puzzle right here on Monday Night Raw, and it is going to make for some incredible matchups moving forward. Let's hear what he has to say for himself. So his focus is on the Royal Rumble. And Drew McIntyre officially the first participant in this year's Royal Rumble. And taking it back to 1986 and shades of Christopher Lambert there. Oh, here we go. AJ Styles is coming out. He must have something to say about Drew's prediction that he's going to go on to win the Rumble and headline WrestleMania. AJ Styles was taken with the 2nd selection of WWE Raw last week, so that was the 4th selection overall. You've got to think he's not best pleased about that. AJ wanting the spotlight for himself. And he too is going to be in the Royal Rumble. And he believes that the WrestleMania moment will be his. And he believes the one will be the phenomenal one. Straight to the point from AJ there. We're coming to you from the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio, and our first match of the night, kicking off Raw, is Bianca Bel-Air against Liv Morgan to determine the number one contender for that WWE Women's Championship, currently held by Charlotte Flair. And whilst now separated by which companies they work for, Liv Morgan still representing the Riot Squad. Incredibly exciting matchup tonight. Bianca Bel-Air, quite possibly the most athletically gifted and strongest of all of the women's competitors across all three companies. And Liv Morgan is a competitor who has taken giant leaps and bounds over the last couple of years. And Bianca getting the best of it in the early stages. Into the corner goes Morgan. And snake eyes. Kick to the gut from Bel-Air, following that up with strikes. And Bel-Air going for a suplex. And she turns it into a face buster, and it looked like Liv's foot caught the ropes there. And she landed heavily on her face. But she's up relatively quickly. Bel-Air again using her power with the power slam. Whipping Morgan into the corner, and then we get a spear to the midsection and a running knee for good measure. Bel-Air firmly on top right now. Bel-Air letting the crowd know that she finds this light work so far. With more strikes to her downed opponent. Again, taunting to the crowd. Oh, and look at that. Gets her up on the shoulder, squats, and then power slams. This woman has incredible, incredible strength. Into the corner goes Morgan. Oh, and she went to the well one too many times. She went for the spear again and got caught with a DDT. I think there may have been... Oh, and twice. I think there may have been shades of using the hair against her there. Bel-Air's signature hair being used against her. And Morgan hits her with the face buster. Up onto the ropes and over for a sunset flip, but she doesn't catch her enough and she's not able to make the pin. Wrenching that knee. Oh, and a counter from Bel-Air from the ground. Again, using that strength with those fierce strikes. And hits her with snake eyes. And she's going for the pin. Morgan gets the ropes. And Bel-Air with the alley-oop face buster. That's got to be it. And again, Bel-Air showing off that textbook confidence. Up to the top she goes. And the est of WWE is going to the top rope. Is she going to look for the 450? Yes, she does, but Morgan gets the knees up. That has got to be absolutely excruciating. And Liv with a standing suplex. Again, more pain in that midsection for Bel-Air. Liv Morgan psyching herself up there. Hurricane Rana. Feels like Liv's got some momentum now. Oh, an STO. Oh, and she's getting confident. Liv dusting off the shoulders. And a running bulldog to Bel-Air. and strikes to the head. I'm going to take a look back moments ago where the fortunes in this match changed. Bel-Air going high risk with the 450 and it did not come off. Liv Morgan getting the knees up. Liv signalling for a finisher. As she hits her with the Jersey code breaker, that could be all. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Bel-Air kicks out. That was not enough to put her away. And Morgan with Bel-Air in the corner. Again strikes him. What? What's Carmella doing out here? Super kick to Morgan. The match ends in a disqualification, but what? And a super kick to Bel-Air as well. What's the reasoning for this? Oh, blows a kiss to Bel-Air, her signature. Has a few words for the women that she's left decimated in the ring and then makes her exit. We'll try and catch up with Carmella shortly. Next up, we have got a match between Elias and Xavier Woods. Elias was taken 51st in last week's draw. Xavier Woods was taken 33rd as part of the New Day. Elias does not seem incredibly popular with the WWE Universe. It doesn't sound like many people want to walk with him.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! It's a new day,
And Xavier Woods making up 1/3 of the New Day, making his way out here solo. The power of positivity is flowing through this man, the king of the up, up, down, down. And we get started. Xavier Woods with a suplex to Elias. He's got him in the corner, strikes to the back. Elias counters. Oh, I'm raking the face. Referee, get in there. Backbreaker. For all his pomp and pageantry, Elias is one of those wrestlers that goes old school with it. He will just wear you down and beat you up. Neckbreaker from Woods, countering. And hits him with the Skull Crusher. Oh, and a modified abdominal stretch. Surely he's not going to give up here. Oh, and Elias is able to work his way out of it. You get the feeling that the small of Woods' back let him down there. And again, more strikes to the back. And a swing out powerbomb. No pin attempt from Elias there. And a backbreaker from his shoulders. Grinding his face into the mat. Elias will use any method he can. All tools at his disposal to try and get the win. Into the ropes. And spinebuster. Woods' back has got to be killing him. And Elias taunting the crowd. Oh, and Woods coming back with strikes of his own. And hits him with that discus forearm. Xavier Woods finally getting a foothold in this match. Oh, and just as he starts to creep back into it, Elias hits him with a low blow that the ref didn't see. How has he missed that? And is this it? Elias hits the drift away. Oh, and he wants him to get up for some more. You hit him with the finisher, man. Just pin him. Oh, and he's going to that back again. Elias seemingly wants to punish Xavier Woods here. Telling the crowd it's over. He's going for it again. Hits him with another drift away. That's got to be it. Instead of going for the pin, he taunts the crowd once more. What point is he trying to prove here? And he's going for it again. Hits Woods with another drift away and this time goes for the pin. But that will serve him right. Woods was too close to the ropes and he got the rope break. Dragging Woods back to his feet. Woods with a perfectly executed fireman's carry takedown. And hits him with Lost in the Woods. This could be it. It could all come back to haunt Elias. That's got to be enough for the 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Elias kicks out. Woods going to go to the well again. Elias moves out the way. Back elbow to the face. Oh, and choking him using that top rope. Tells Woods to get back to his feet. Goes for the drift away. Blocked by Woods. And he catches him. Puts him in the half crab. Is Elias going to tap? He's crawling to the ropes. He's able to get out of it. Kicks Woods away. So close to a submission there. One more drift away from Elias. Surely that has got to be it. And this time, after last time getting done with the rope break, he pulls him away from the ropes. Center of the ring. And that's 3. Your winner tonight is Elias. I'm not sure who he was sending a message to, but that felt very pointed from Elias. I think I counted 4 driftaways being hit, and he got him with a low blow when the referee wasn't looking. Despicable behaviour from Elias. Valiant effort from Xavier Woods. And I'm hearing in my ear that we're going to hear from Carmella shortly about her actions earlier tonight. She wants to know what Bianca and Liv have done to deserve the opportunity. She doesn't think they belong in the conversation to be WWE Women's Champion. And she's putting the women's division on notice that if she doesn't get the chance to compete for that title, then nobody else will do. Again, let's take a look at the actions from earlier. Absolutely heinous from Carmella, interfering in what was turning into a real back and forth affair between Bianca Bel-Air and Liv Morgan. Comes out and super kicks the pair of them. Well, business is really picking up here. The WWE Champion Roman Reigns is here in the building. The tribal chief, the head of the table. Let's find out what he's got to say. He was incredibly dominant last year. And this year he plans to continue to dominate. Now discussing the triple threat later on tonight. And he's got words for each man in the triple threat. Words of warning there from the WWE Champion that whoever wins, no matter who it is out of the three of them, he will not be taking that belt from him at the Royal Rumble. And just announced next week on Raw, we will have a triple threat match to determine the #1 contendership for the WWE Women's Championship. It will be Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan against the woman that effectively destroyed the match tonight, Carmella. And I wouldn't want to be in Carmella's shoes next week. Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan are going to have a score to settle with Carmella come next week. And now it is time for our main event of the evening, a triple threat match to determine the #1 contendership for the WWE Championship. First, the man from Kansas City, Missouri, King Corbin. As I said at the draft last week, he'd best make the most of that moniker until later in the year when Crowning Glory comes along and crowns a new King of the Ring. And the Yes movement is here in full force. Daniel Bryan, hailing from Aberdeen, Washington, is here tonight, and he is wearing his gear in the Seahawks colours, showing his pride. And the yes movement sounding good voice. And the one and only Ricochet, talking about Bianca Bel-Air earlier and saying that she is the most athletically gifted woman. The same may well be true for the men's division about Ricochet. This man from Paducah, Kentucky can do it all. He can beat you on the mat, he can beat you through the air, and he can do things that are beyond possibilities for many others in that locker room. And we start off with Daniel Bryan going straight after Corbin. Takes a big boot to the face. Corbin hits him with the end of days straight away. Ricochet over to prevent a pin attempt. But Corbin just swats him away. There is a massive size disparity in this. Corbin is around about 6'7", 6'8". And Daniel Bryan and Ricochet are around about 5'9". There's nearly a foot difference between them. German suplex onto Ricochet. Daniel Bryan having been ejected from the ring immediately by Baron Corbin. And he just throws him around like a rag doll. And again. Irish whip into the corner. And slams his shoulder into the ring post. Ricochet taking a beating thus far in this match. Black hole slam. That could be it. 1. Just a 2 count. We nearly had our new number 1 contender there, and it was nearly King Corbin. Oh, and chokeslam into a backbreaker. This could be over incredibly quickly here. Oh, and Ricochet with a counter. Finally getting some offense, and there he is with that high-paced, breakneck speed. Irish whips Corbin over the top rope, and up to the top he goes. Diving knee drop, but did his head hit the barrier? Ricochet hasn't moved since that. He hadn't moved since that impact, but he's up now. In recent weeks, Ricochet has been showing a different side to his personality. Far more aggressive. Throws Corbin into the steel steps. Now into the barricade. Really taking the fight to King Corbin. Wrenching that leg. And a standing shooting star. Regarding what I said earlier in athleticism, he's just proved it there, doing a standing shooting star press. Doing that from the top rope to someone laying on the canvas is impressive enough, but doing it from a standard position is absolutely incredible. This man is a real life superhero. Ricochet taking the fight to Corbin in the arena. And I'm actually getting word that Daniel Bryan, when he was thrown out of the ring by Baron Corbin, may have twisted his ankle or something similar. He's being attended to by medical personnel at ringside. If I get any further word, I'll bring it to you straight away. And Corbin's head slams off of that barrier. Ricochet's got more planned for Baron Corbin. Oh, and Hurricane Rana through the table. Let's take another look at this. First of all, the neck breaker onto the steel chair. And then the Hurricane Rana through the table. As I said earlier, Ricochet, with this new aggressive streak, it makes him an even fiercer competitor. The crowd loving this. And Corbin up on the barrier. Boot to the face. And a face buster to Corbin out there. It is padded out there, but it's only incredibly thin. Otherwise, that's straight onto concrete. And another leg wrench. If you remove the vertical base from the big man, that size differential is negated. Oh, and Corbin coming back into it with a counter. And the strikes. Incredibly dangerous striker is King Corbin. Former Golden Gloves competitor. He's got incredibly heavy hands. He's going to go for it out here. Ricochet reverses. And Ricochet gets him up onto the shoulder. It's time for the Benadryller. Trying to get a 6'8" man the size of Corbin into the ring when he's out cold is not going to be a fun task. Daniel Bryan makes his way back to his feet and Ricochet tells him to get into the ring. They come face to face and Bryan says, come on, give it your best shot. And Ricochet absolutely drills him with a forearm. Knife edge chop from Ricochet. Bryan fires back with a European uppercut. Forearm from Ricochet. Another European uppercut from Daniel Bryan. And a kick to the midsection. Kicks from Daniel Bryan. They're firing back. Oh, and Daniel Bryan with the German suplex. High angle there. Irish whip into the corner. And sunset flip. Irish whip to the ropes. And he goes for a hip toss. Blocked. Oh, but Bryan gets it eventually. Hip toss is Ricochet. Into the turnbuckles and German suplex. More strikes from Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's size belies the fact that he is a fierce, fierce striker and incredible technician as well. And running knee strike. That could be all. But no, Bryan wants to finish him off. Again goes for the hip toss. Stall. But he gets there eventually. Oh, and starting to work on that right shoulder. Oh, the torque on that. Ricochet's shoulder bent at an ungodly angle. And then couldn't get him for the surfboard, so slammed those legs down. Going for his left shoulder this time. No matter what tide he applies the yes lock, those are going to be painful. And he's into the corner. He's calling for it. Knee strike. That could be it if he pins him. 1, 2, and Ricochet kicks out. Oh, he's got him double underhook suplex. Again, the torque on the shoulders from that double underhook. And he's doing it again. You know what's coming. He is going to put that yes lock on him. Throws him outside. Suplexes him back in. Stalling suplex. Puts Ricochet up on the top rope. And he's going to go for a double underhook suplex from up here. High risk territory. Ricochet fighting back, throwing heart and determination. Throws Bryan to the outside. Over the top suicide dive 360. Let's take another look at that. This man's athleticism and agility is incredible. Throws Bryan back inside the ring, but Bryan kicks him off. Snap suplex, and Ricochet rolls quite wisely out of the ring. Daniel Bryan isn't pleased about that. King Corbin comes back in the ring. Running Bulldog. Kick to the gut. Again, those strong hands. And using that big boot to choke him in the corner. Corbin thinks he's in control now. Kick to the gut. Oh, what a punch. He might be out here. And he goes for a pin. Just a 1 count. Daniel Bryan showing some intestinal fortitude there. Corbin looked shocked then that he kicked out so fast. And T-bone suplex. Again pins him straight away. And just a 1 count again. Irish whip, black hole slam, and he's got him back up straight away. Choke slam into the backbreaker. I think we know what comes next. Hits him with a heavy hand, and then end of days. That's going to be it. Our number 1 contender for the WWE Championship is going to be King Corbin. And out of nowhere, Ricochet breaks up the pin. He didn't get much on Corbin, and I think he hurt himself more. Corbin goes for it again, but into a hammerlock, and Bryan's able to fight back. And he hits him with the signature yes kicks. The crowd are feeling it now. They're on a journey. It's a movement. Running knee strike. Telling Corbin to get up. Notices Ricochet's getting back to his feet. Goes to the top rope. Dives to take him out. Picks up Corbin. And he locks in the yes lock. Can he get it? Can he get it on that big 6'8" frame? Not sure he's got all of it. It doesn't look like Ricochet's going to get back in the ring anytime soon. He hasn't got all of it, but is he still going to make him tap? That shoulder is bent at an awkward angle. And Corbin taps! Corbin taps! Daniel Bryan is officially your #1 contender for the WWE Championship. When Corbin hit that end of days, I thought that was it. Again, the high-risk manoeuvres that Ricochet pulls off, I think have come back to haunt him there. It just took too much out of him at the end. He wasn't able to get in the ring and break up that submission attempt. Oh, and Roman Reigns is watching backstage, seeing it all unfold. I wonder what he's thinking right now. He said that movement is going to end when it steps onto his island of relevancy, but I don't think this movement shows any sign of abating. That is everything from Monday Night Raw. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the bell icon so you get notified when we drop new content, and until next time,